many thousands of years, the Shadow Men have protected the world of the living against threats crossing over from the spiritual plane known as Deadside, the place where everyone goes without exception when they die. Michael Leroy is the current heir to the mysteries of this ancient lineage, bearer of the Mask of Shadows. When darkness falls, he becomes the walker between the worlds, immortal voodoo warrior, taker of souls, lord of Deadside, the Shadow Man.
Ooh, it's time to get your dead babies out and name them Shadow Man Dead Baby because we're playing Shadow Babies. So stupid. I hate that shit. Anyway, so yeah, this is Shadow Man. I don't want to wait for Night Dive to remaster it. They're taking a while. I keep bugging Stephen Kick. He refuses to release that game. So I'm just playing the Dreamcast version for you this day, night, month, year. I have a lot of history with the Shadow Man IP, specifically this one, not so much the PS2 sequel, but I unironically love this game, even if it probably hasn't aged all that well. Now let's find out how it hasn't aged all that well. So I played Legacy of Kain a little while back. Really enjoyed the performances and the writing here, but I think Shadow Man's pretty good too. Not as good, obviously.
9th of November, 1888. By my deeds am I known, and I am known as Jack. Spring-heeled Jack. Jack the Ripper. By my deeds am I known, and they are truly bloody. I took them all to my heart. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Kelly. And loved them, truly loved them all. But the immortal power I sought within the sordid confines of their bodies, the still beating organ of the soul, was not to be found. The ritual of the knife was to no avail. I am bereft, and must therefore perform that bloody ritual upon myself.
Stay your hand, Jack, and listen to what I have to say.
How did you find this place? Who are you?
My name is Legion, for we are many. The immortal power that you seek does exist. It does indeed lie within the soul, but only within certain ones, certain dark souls.
My God, what are you that you can produce such things from thin air?
Merely an explorer, much like yourself.
What is it that you want from me?
You are an architect by trade, are you not?
I am.
Then I would have you build a cathedral to pain, a place where you and I and others like us may join together. A place of asylum for all of the unique and misunderstood individuals that will follow you as the time of Armageddon approaches. And at the heart of asylum, we shall construct a great dark engine powered by souls of equal hue. And we shall harness their power to create an immortal army to punish and cleanse this pathetic world.
And where might I build this cathedral of yours?
Michigan.
In the darkness, amongst the restless spirits of those who have passed beyond, in the place known as Deadside.
Then, if I am to join you, I must die.
It is prophecy. We cannot fail, for we are many.
For we are many!
It took like no time to convince him to do that.
Amen to that.
What a great cutscene. It blew my mind as a kid playing this on the N64. I was just amazed. There you go. Sleeping with no covers on.
The end is sooner than you think. Come to mama, baby.
Hey there, Space Cadet.
You can.
Yeah, beautiful.
For we are many.
There's a darkness coming.
What's the problem, Magneta?
I had a dream, Shadow Man.
Thought he said
A
Magneto.
bad dream. A Deadside dream. The five are here. The heralds of the apocalypse. Deacon's file confirms everything I feared. The end's coming, Shadow Man. An ancient prophecy tells of the return of a great evil to Deadside. a terrible force gathering dark souls to its darker heart and using their power to cross over into this world and bring about apocalypse.
I must stop this evil from bringing about the end of all things.
Only you can do it, Shadow Man. You are the walker between the worlds. I can't go Deadside, and Jaunty's next to useless in both worlds. You are the only one who can do anything about this.
As it ever was.
But you ain't never confronted anything like this evil. It's so pure, not even the ancient protectors of the Dark Souls could destroy it. They could only banish it from Deadside. They knew it'd come back one day, hence the prophecy telling of its return. The power of the ancients is all but gone now, and the Dark Souls that evil desires lie unprotected.
This is the real Dark Souls, this game.
To go Deadside and recover the Dark Souls. Take them into your own protection before evil gathers them to its terrible heart.
Okay, so let me get this straight. If I don't recover these Dark Souls, then the world's gonna end. Am I right?
You got it.
Shit.
Look, I gotta go. I've got a lot to do. Take Deacon's file and meet me at dawn at the church on the hill. I've kept your stuff safe for you.
Okay, I didn't even press anything. That loading screen just was like interrupting that shit. I don't know. Weird.
I hate this shit. Just a pawn in Nettie's master plan. She moves me in mysterious ways, and brother, sometimes she really does move me.
You mean sex?
Nothing about it since, nice as you please, she knitted my ribs into the mask of shadows. I got nothing left anyways. It's my fault Luke's dead, and Mom and Pop too.
There's his backstory.
Everything I get, every bad thing that comes my way. Can't live, can't die. Deadside's the perfect hood for me. A nowhere place. The asshole of the universe.
I was amazed that characters were swearing in a video game. I played this on the N64, like I said. I didn't have a PlayStation until much, much later, like when it was kind of like past its prime. So when I played this on my
church.
When I played this on my N64, I was like, he said shit! Couldn't believe it. Anyway, so yeah, this is Shadow Man for those that don't know it. This is a really ambitious game. This original one was really ambitious and did some cool things at the time. This was released in '99 on, the N64, the PlayStation, the PC, and the Dreamcast. I'm going to see what my bootins are. So, okay, a big old jump. Not that this section has anything really going on. We're not even going to be fighting any enemies in the traditional sense, I don't think. But just a lot in terms of atmosphere and animation. Your hands can do independent things. You can shoot with a hand and the other in dual wield. And there was like little things like that. But obviously, just in terms of its subject material, because Acclaim, of course, bought Valiant Comics. Still, I don't know exactly why, even though I've kind of covered that in videos. I don't know why they did it, but they bought Turok and they bought Shadow Man, so they're going to use them. We might as well do something with this shit that we bought. We don't know who told us to buy it. We did, and this was successful enough on at least the N64 and the PlayStation that. They made a sequel, and obviously we know that sequel did not do well, and the Shadow Man IP has kind of slipped into obscurity. Unless Stephen Kick does something about it. Anyway, I'm going to jump here, because that always falls down. I think it's like the first scare of the game. The second one is coming soon. Spoilers. Yeah. You look cute. You saw his little dog butt. I like that. So, yeah, there's really not much going on here because it's kind of like little tutorial area and stuff. So you're just jumping and climbing. This is a game. There's not actually a short game. I mean, it's not like 20 hours long or anything, but it's one of those things that kind of really tries to set the atmosphere for a good long while. Look at that skybox. That skybox is actually super impressive to me. Again, this game was 99. It was just ported to the Dreamcast. I don't think the Dreamcast was originally in like the their plan. Maybe it was. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't even attack. I can squat, which is kind of an attack. It's intimidating at the very least, and I can strafe, which is nice for any third-person game of this era. I kind of don't remember how shooting exactly feels in this. It has been a while, but this is already a good sign, you know? I think there's like a soft lock system that's kind of in place. So that's a Dark Soul. You can hear it pumping away. This game also has kind of a light Metroidvania feel when you... Sorry, search action! God damn it! God damn it! Search action feel, where when you return with certain powers and abilities, you can come back and get things that you missed and such. Search action, god damn. So embarrassed. I'm the only one pushing for this shit, and I can't even remember. It's because the term, the old term that's outdated, is it's too in there. It's too ingrained. So we can change this, folks. You all have to help me though. Please help me. So that's our random collectible in Shadow Man. This part freaked me out as a kid. There's all these Doberman's pits. I'm not sure, little pitties. Pitties are cute. And they're just all staring at the church. They don't even attack. I'm not gonna do nothing to them. You can see also Michael. Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, you can't hurt me now, little guys. Michael Leroy here. Leroy, Remy LeBeau. He's in like his regular human form. He can't do much in this. And he can't even go most places in this form, so he can't really do much here. Hello, church? Let me in, please. This is a very small church. Not a lot of room for worship. Oh, there you go. And like these God rays, I don't even know. Maybe they're not God rays yet. They're like Jesus rays, Moses rays. They're not quite up to God standards yet. But these also blew me away as a child baby, as a Shadow Turok child.
Nettie?
Hey there, Mike. Glad you could make it.
You're looking great,
How could
girl.
I refuse your offer? How could I ever refuse you, Agneta?
You can't. I'm simply irresistible. I hope
Your
you read the
textures
file
are
again.
so clear and
read it
crisp,
real
girl.
well. Between the lines, you'll find the signs.
You got my stuff?
Come on in, honey.
You know, on the way over here, I got to thinking about these dark souls. If they're so damn dangerous, why didn't the ancients just destroy them?
Because that's impossible. Their power is their immortality.
That's a good power.
If evil ever manages to implant these immortal souls into its monstrous slaves, can you imagine the carnage an immortal, unbeatable army would bring to the earth?
Yeah.
That's Apocalypse, Shadow Man. That's the end.
It's coming, 2021.
Okay, so I really got to get to the Dark Souls before the bad guy. I understand that, but where do I find them?
In Gobi. Each Gobi
Those
has
guys.
been sealed by the most powerful voodoo. Not even the greatest Bokor or Mambo can open them to release the dark soul within. Believe me, I've tried. But a Shadow Man, or something even more powerful, just might be able to do it. Release the dark soul and take it into yourself. But be warned, the dark souls are a pure and ancient evil and possess a power that should not be abused.
Okay. Let's just get this thing over with.
Where's my
You got my
stuff?
Right here.
Just kind of...
Jesus, Luke. He's alive. Alive and in pain. I gotta help him.
He's
That was
dead,
weird.
Mike. You know that.
I know, but I saw.
It's understandable that you still have strong feelings for your brother. That's why the bear works for you, connecting you to Deadside. Use it now, Mike. Go Deadside and find Jaunty. He's waiting for you at the Marrow Gates. He's got something to show you.
Okay.
And Mike,
Yeah?
if you need me, I'll be here. Now, go see Jaunty and get them dark souls.
So weird to hear the words Dark Souls said so frequently, like, together. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I know. Obviously, this game predates Dark Souls by several decades.
There's no time to waste. Use Luke's bear and go Deadside.
Yeah, so to get to the dimension of death, the other side, you use the bear stained with blood from your dead little baby brother. Isn't that charming? Oh, look, I don't need to be a shadow man to push a box. I actually forget what these do. I don't know. They're cool. They're a collectible. It's an N64 game. Well, it's a Dreamcast game. But an N64 era game, so you got to collect. So there's Nettie's file. Thank you. My other stuff is my handgun. And these are, what actually are they called? God, this menu's a little sensitive. And cadeau. Right, like I said before. And there's Teddy Bear. Let's get that out. And it just lets you warp to different places. Look at this. Like, he's holding the bear. It's got rusted nails out. Like, come on. It's a little much, don't you think? I'm just saying.
Come on, Slobo.
Oh, yeah.
I am the Lord of Deadside.
Let's edgelord shit.
Born at the confluence of worlds to walk between. Lifeside is without the meaning that my partly living possesses here in Deadside, where the darkness is manifest at the edges of reason. As a god, I step forth upon the writhing, suppurating surface.
Suppurating!
Serpent. What sleep is here? What dreams there are in the unctuous coilings of the snake's mortal shuffling. Weapon in my hand, the arcing death blow at the end of all things. The horror, I embrace it.
So he sure talked himself up. Wow, that music got really loud, really fast. There, I turned it down a bit. He sure talked himself up for a guy that's gonna have to just fucking shoot piddly shit enemies. I'm the god of Deadside. Now I'll have to kill lower level enemies for like about an hour or two. I actually should probably get that shit out. Down on the D-pad to open up your inventory. It's just like weird, but whatever. So you can see that it gets kind of thrown, tattooed, nailed to your right hand. So you can put another gun or melee weapon, like a torch or something, on your left hand if you want. So that's totally a thing. Sorry, girl. This has to happen. So, one thing about this game in particular, and even the second game, is that I remember, like, fodder enemies take a lot of hits. Like, more than they should to kill, so it gets a little tedious just wanting to get things out of your way. And the nice thing about this gun noise is that it isn't annoying at all. It's just, I just love the sound. I can't get enough of it. Gotta get out of this grime blood, grime, rust. Alright, just give me that. I think that's just health, and I haven't taken a hit yet, so it's not that bad. You know what? Fuck it. Do I need to kill every enemy? I'm not cruel. It doesn't matter. Nah, they're not even really a threat, so I feel bad. So there's Jaunty. We'll talk to him in a second. I did want to actually shout out that Shadow Man remaster that's coming later, probably next year. I'd imagine, maybe. Yeah, hi, Jaunty. I mean, it's going to run in widescreen. It's going to have a bunch of new post-processing effects, and I'm assuming just like the Turok remasters that Night Dive did, there's going to be small quality of life improvements, because this is definitely one of those games that is oozing an atmosphere and production value. It's just on the cusp of games really breaking through with that type of stuff. So it is one that definitely benefits from a remastering. Hi, Jaunty, weird Irish snake guy.
How's that treating you?
Jaunty, kindly refer to me as Shadow Man. Michael Leroy has no place here in Deadside.
Whatever, Mick, it's good to see you again. Seems like simply ages since I last set me eyes on your happy, smiling mug.
The feeling's mutual.
I suppose you've been away dallying with the old battle axe, giving her one with some of that righteous voodoo so she can stay forever young?
Something like that.
She's been filling your head with her fated pillow talk again, I'll bet. Doomsday and an army giddy until you're drunk with the stuff.
She did happen to mention a certain prophetic dream she's been having.
Did she now? Well, for once I think the owl witch might be right. See that bloody big black tower yonder?
How could I miss it?
Well, old Bruegel, the medieval painter blokey, was just telling me the other day that he thought it looked remarkably like a picture he once did.
Is that Peter Bruegel?
No, Seamus, his distant Irish cousin. And
Seamus, Shamo?
he was at the terrible mess that bloody thing's making. Appearing out of nowhere and tearing its way through the place like there's no tomorrow. Which, given what Nettie's saying, might not be too far from the truth.
Any idea what's going on in there?
Nope, and I shan't be knocking on the front door to find out neither. All I'd say is, if there's something wicked heading this way, it'll be coming from in there.
Nettie mentioned the Dark Souls. Can you tell me any more about them?
I'm afraid I'll have to reply in the negative again, Michael. Suffice it to say, Nettie's told me that they're bloody powerful, well nigh indestructible, and shouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Any idea where they might be?
What am I, a Dark Soul travel guide now? Suppose you could try all of the ancient sacred places down amongst the whalers and shiverers. I just hope that none of them souls have ended up in that filthy big black tower.
From what Nettie was saying, some of them already have, which is all the more reason for me to be pushing on. Open the gates, Jaunty.
Places to go, people to see, eh, Michael?
Just open the gates, Jaunty.
Did I ever tell you about the time me and Attila the Hun were playing skittles with the guillotine heads of the French aristocracy?
Jaunty.
All right, keep your bloody hair on. Which, looking at your shining bonds, may prove to be rather difficult. Open sesame!
Okay, could you have just said open sesame?
If you be wanting to pop by and chat a while, I'll still be here. It's just a shame we can't share a drop of the hard stuff together by a roaring peat fire.
I don't drink with snakes.
That was weird. So that's V1 over there. He had a delightful conversation with us. Very interesting. So I remember the start of this game being kind of, I wouldn't say meandering, but it takes a while to figure out like how you need to get to where you're going. And all we know is that we need to collect Dark Souls, right? And that's fine. And I think with your starting pistol, fuck you. I didn't have a chance there. I just got hit as soon as I turned around. And these enemies are either called, whalers or shiverers. They're annoyingers is what they are. Hey, Jesus, yeah, there's my health meter. I think it's separated into half health, half like magic or something. Maybe I'm wrong on that. We'll see how wrong I am. Yeah, look at this shit. There's a million of these assholes around. Oh, God. I have a lot of memories of playing this as a kid. And just wandering around this area trying to figure out what to do next and where to go. So yeah, you have a soft lock, which is cool. That's great. That's great. That is better than third-person shooters, which came out much later than this. I'm not sure I'm going to be playing long enough to get like a new weapon. I hope there's one that shoots way faster and betterer than this. So let's just jump here. Why not? I don't know if it's where we need to go, but hey. That's how it be on Deadside, I guess. Weird doors. Nothing actually happens. Ah! That actually did get me. And all of a sudden, there's a problem. There's problems. These enemies take so much damage. Go away! Just die, and their dying animation is, it's not short, as we can see. Whew. Okay, maybe there's something in these pots. Royalty-free pot smashing sound effect? No, not quite. That's disappointing. So I can't cross that wire. Let's do that. That feels like progression, doesn't it? So here's the thing. You can go on here, but you actually need to unequip your gun because you need both hands, which is neat, I guess. There you go. Just stay there. Don't leave. Now traversal can start. Alright, so now there's enemies there, which isn't great. Because now I have to get the thing. There you go. Go away. Go away. Is that death? Just die. Like, wait, that's like 5 second? A 5 second death animation? Just explode already, dude. I don't got a lot of time. Armageddon be happening. That's what Nettie said. I don't know. I have no clue where I fucking am. There's a switch that looks like a switch. A switch? Not sure what that actually did. Alright, I found a portal thing. The door exploded into chunks of blood, because that's how Shadow Man be. Alright, he said he's the Lord of Deadside, which we already knew. I don't know who he's talking to. I'm assuming himself. You gotta encourage yourself during your own adventures. Alright, this looks like Ed Boon's basement. That's fine. Ooh. Alright. I found the prophecy. It's just laying there. Let's read the prophecy. 23rd November, 1888. Dear friend, although centuries may have passed by the time that is this in papyrus, know that I greet you both as a friend and as a brother, for I, in my time, have also borne the burden that is the Mask of Shadows. Know then that I constructed these passageways, the paths of shadow, as pathways to the place known as Deadside, so that we and those who also bear the mask, like the mask of the Jim Carrey mask, I assume that's also a Mask of Shadows, might bring order to this realm and traverse it without hindrance. In my time I have gathered and catalogued many of the ancient artifacts of power, some of which reside within these chambers. However, I fear that I must leave my work incomplete. A seed of darkness has come to this realm, more powerful than has been felt in centuries, and so I find it necessary to seal the path of shadows, lest they and the artifacts within them fall into the hands of evil. Evil is capitalized, that makes it more evil. The task of securing the passageways has been an immense labor, and I get no regard at all, and I fear that with my weakening powers, these outer gates have not been secured as strongly as those deeper within the paths. Know then that the way ahead shall require much greater strength than which brought you here. In addition, search action. In addition to the catalog of artifacts, find here enclosed Les Cartes de Prophétie, the prophecy as spoken to the ancients by the Loa. I fear that the darkness I sense on this day might be that which Les Cartes speak of, but fate has made it my charge not to challenge that darkness. Instead, my labor is to secure these passageways so that, come the time of prophecy, when the evil shows its true form, they may reopen and their relics uncovered. Maxim St. James, which sounds like a porn name to me. Oh, cool. Long before the men of shadow, creatures with souls of the evil did descend upon the worlds. Immortals, they were led by the one who is many. Legion's awesome. Anyone called Legion is usually cool. And Legion, the biblical demon, is also a fucking shad-ass demon. And I don't know if Jesus can take Legion. He who bears the mouth of blood, after the longest of battles he was defeated and banished to a place beyond the worlds, and the dark souls of his armies were sealed into Govi. Oh, the Sisters of Blood. And the Sisters of Blood were entrusted with the Govi, and for many lifetimes the dark souls lay under their protection. Les constructions de l'aile. And then the one who is many did return from the place beyond worlds. Under his banner did he unite the madmen and the killers, and they did build the asylum in the world of the dead. That's cool. That's a fucking evil-ass evil plan, you know what I'm saying? Just a demon where he's like a million demons, and he brings a bunch of killers and wackos, and he's like, let's build a fucking party bus, a party house, and let's just rock on there forever. And everyone's like, yeah, Legion! And sending his minions throughout the world of the dead, he gathered the dark souls that were not under the sisters' protection. Using their dreaded power, he summoned the 5 mortal men to do his bidding, and they built for him the gateways of souls into the world of men. Yeah, I think they're all serial killers or something. So the 5 did appear in a dream to the sorceress, and the Lizard King did announce the apocalypse with the cries of 1,000 men. And in her darkest hour, the sorceress did call upon the man of shadow. And there is the serpent. And the serpent did guard the narrow gates until the shadow returned to the world of the dead. And thence did this serpent become his advisor. And the serpent was heard saying, I be loving seeing them tits. For the men of shadow did open the coffin gates, and for the first time in 100 years were the paths of shadow walked. There we go. Pretty cool lore. Alright, so I picked up the book of lore. It's good if you're a nerd. We need to get some Dark Souls. We've gotten nary but one. So I think for here you do need... These are like the paintings in Mario 64. I think you need a certain amount of Dark Souls to even access these. Yeah, it didn't work. I need... There's a Dark Soul right there. So we might only need one. Let's try that. So I think you get warped into different areas of the Cathedral of Pain, which is, again, a very, very Shadow Man thing. I'm also surprised the jumping is pretty good. I was expecting to do that. So all it takes is to get a Dark Soul, which looks like this, by the way. You just need to shoot it with your gun. Okay, he loves embracing things. Like, embracing is good, don't get me wrong. It's a good thing that you're doing here. Okay, he hates that. That's not good. I can't touch that. That angry orange wall. So let's see if that actually gives me access. Oh! Oh! You could feel they really wanted him to say, I am Turok. But they held back a little bit. I'm good. I'm just going to go here in this big vagina wall.
Unsalvaged souls that drift beyond the marrow gates for an eternity of waiting. This infinite limbo. This wasteland. This untamed, unnatural afterbirth I command with my endless darkness. What ineffable secrets are whispered within the paths of shadow? What red-edge realities rising bleak above the blasted skyline? Deadwing, Duppy, Zombie Mother. This voodoo lord outlasts them all.
These are great. Alright, I can be racing King Babam to the top of the mountain then, I think. God, this actually does revive... I do remember that, I talked about it a little bit already, that the the level design in general is not... Like, a lot of things look the same, a lot of repeating textures, stuff like that. Doesn't make for the most compelling levels. I mean, they're all dead and, like, dripping with whatever. Just dripping with gross human shit. Man, the frame rate on that waterfall looks to be a little jacked up, I'm just saying. Oh, Jesus. These undead... eels, just get out of here. There better not be no shit like I can't breathe underwater or under blood. Let's get away from these lampreys sucking on my asshole all the time. I'm sick of it. Go away. I'm done. Ow. Stop it. It hurts. It's like I have a lamprey on my ass and I can't get it out of there. Alright, we might have found progression. That's the thing is, like, late era PlayStation and N64 action games are getting ambitious, but, like, level design, like, tools for making levels were maybe not the most sophisticated things, and the level of texture quality can kind of make things a bit more obscure than they need to be. Just saying. Alright, we got Switch, we got pots, we got health. We're good. Alright, that moves the weird door in the hut. So that's certainly something. Alright, we got some lava. We got... Okay. Get you. So, I took a hit or two, I'm not gonna lie. And there's a delicious, delicious Dark Soul over there. I don't know if that's jumpable, though. Just don't know. Because I know for a fact that there's a power-up that lets you... I don't know, maybe I can make it. Let's judge the jump distance here. It's pretty big! Alright, well, paranoid safe. I'm sure I can do it, though. I'm feeling good about... Let's put the gun away just in case. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good about this. I'm not feeling good about that! Huh? Yeah! It thought it could keep me from it, but it was wrong. Alright, I got another Shine. Power Star, whatever you want to call it. It's me, Shadow Man! This is definitely like the starting build of your Shadow Man is purposefully a little weak. If the gun could just shoot a little bit faster, that's all I would want. That was all I would change right now. Oh god, it barfs too. If someone like used a weapon on me at some point, I'd be like, oh, that's not great. If someone was like projectile vomiting on me, like, no, absolutely not. I'm not fucking with that. That's intimidation. I do have to say that like jumping mechanics, going back to like old 3D games, like sometimes can be rough, but this is actually pretty generous. Like it's not a nail. Like even Turok had kind of jumping segments that are not great. They're vastly improved in the Night Dive remaster too, of course. This though, I might botch this. I'm actually really scared of jumping on that platform, so let's try to jump onto this. So that failed. Yeah, get away, you dancing fools. I'm not... No, absolutely not. I disagree. So, yeah, fortunately they cannot bother you. But look at these idiots. That's... You know what? Fuck it. That's a vibe. That's... Who wouldn't get in the middle of that? Man, I wish I could have that little amount of worry. Oh, hello. Jesus. It's Queen of the Harpies. Here's your crown, your majesty. I think that might be good on Shadow Man. As I'm fighting all these harpies, it's a little intense. Some other things I wanted to get to today, but let me know if you'd like to see more, or maybe I can just wait for the remaster just to see how that stacks up. I'll imagine it's going to be a huge improvement. Not that this is bad. I'm actually shocked this plays as well as it still kind of does. It's a little janky here and there, and its level design's a bit obscure, but what can you do? So that's it for tonight, and I will see you on the other side of Deadside.